Maybe we can help. Y'all gotta watch it. Don't just walk away. Oh,
you gotta watch. Maybe we can help her over there. Is Drea?
What if she told God doing it like that? I'm not gonna keep introducing you. You're gonna have to speak for yourself.
Aaron loves us.
That is very
He
true.
wasn't me.
What up? I said what? He's answering me. He's hearing me. And I'm just like, I'm thankful.
In my mind, when I walk away from the conversation, I'm going to have questions.
Forgive from your heart. Let the Lord use you.
Let him in.
Welcome to Maybe We Can Help, the podcast we give our unsolicited advice. Maybe it'll help you. Maybe it won't. You be the judge. I'm Tejoriel.
I'm Sheena.
I'm Drea.
And I know you see a mystery person on our podcast. So a few podcasts ago, we did the gentleman traits. So we thought that since we're going to do gentleman traits, why not do the traits of a lady? So we thought it would be a great idea to bring a few fellas on to basically discuss the traits of a lady. Okay?
Yes.
Introduce yourself for us.
First of all, thank y'all for having me. To everybody out there watching, my name is Jawani Smalls, and I'm here to represent the opinion of the gentleman.
And you already know we have Aaron in the background. We also have another gentleman. We also have Shanti. She's not a gentleman, but
Shanti,
we need
say what's
another
up,
one for
Shanti.
the ladies.
Hey, hey.
So Shanti's here, and we have another gentleman. He's going to introduce himself.
Hi, y'all. I'm Jimmy Bones. I'm here to represent the fellas.
All right, so we got actually 3 fellas this time. So we're going to see how this one goes.
Yeah, so we about even because y'all be saying, oh, y'all be, no, we got y'all this time. We got
We're
y'all.
pretty balanced, though. We
Yeah,
try
the
not to go
fellas
too
is
hard on the
represented.
guys.
So, yeah.
So who wants
Show
to,
y'all a little bit of love.
who wants to start
So,
off as
okay.
traits of a lady?
So let's do it this way. I'm going to get the 3 gentlemen to give us 3 traits each. So you cannot name the same ones.
Of a trait of a lady.
Of a
good
lady.
traits. Okay.
Yeah.
Or what?
Like, let's start there. So 3 traits that you think every lady, not
Not a hood rat,
Right.
but a lady.
when you look at a woman and she comes across as a lady to you, what are the traits that
I
you
guess
see?
someone you would actually wife
Respect
or
yeah.
marry.
Well,
Wife, respect, or marry?
it's kind of difficult question to answer because I can't look at a lady and tell she's a lady. A lot of that's going to come from her actions. A lot of that's going to come from the way she carries herself, the way she speaks. I can't say the way she thinks, but how she expresses her thoughts. I mean, it's if you don't mind, we come back to me
Yeah.
because I got to think about that one. That's a little.
I would say if I had to go over just looking at a woman enter a room,
Mm-hmm.
I would say without, like my bro said, without knowing her personally, I would have to go from her outer appearance. Like that would be the first thing I see. So it would be what she has on and how she's wearing that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. So how she's dressed. That's 1. Okay. 2. I think you said how she speaks, right? No, he said
How she's carrying herself. So basically,
So how
probably
she's
about
carrying,
she's
so
speaking
what
or
she has
interacting
on,
with others.
how she carries herself,
So,
and then the third one would be
question though, you wouldn't
Yeah.
know a lady just off of the way,
Just looking at her.
yeah, just looking at her. You
Yeah.
couldn't right. So,
That's what I was saying. Like if I had to go, if she walked in the room.
mhm.
Oh yeah. Oh, if she walked in the room, then just off her, all I would have would be her appearance.
So what
that-
characteristics would you want her to have if she was a lady?
I would say that's a good question because
That's what we mean. Like,
if it's a woman that I'm looking like an eye for, opposed to just being around a woman. Because I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna be honest. As a male, like sometimes women, like their presence, like what they have on, can be kind of uncomfortable for us because now it's like I don't want to look, but I do. You know what I'm saying?
you
but-
can't help it.
But right, it's like, especially and it's like
but every
dang,
woman
you know,
doesn't
like,
feel that way.
right.
I don't
and it's
understand
like, so if it's not somebody that it's still kind of a stipulation you want to put on how you come out. I feel like as a woman, just being in the presence of other men, you know what I mean? But however, if it's somebody that got my eye on, I would like to see a conservative,
So you want her skirt down to her knees?
Nah,
That's not conservative.
I don't. No, I'm gonna say this. it's again, it's your preference and what you feel like is
What is yours?
is okay. You know what I'm saying? Because like, well, me, I don't have to necessarily have a skirt past the knee. Like that's not. But I think mine is more skin.
So you like to see skin?
I mean,
Is that the cat? So wait. Okay.
A little bit, you know.
So in order to be a lady to you, she got to show a little skin.
No.
That's what you just said. Characteristics of a lady.
I'm saying like,
Or you want to see less skin.
Right,
Like
less.
She has to look nice, but like not showing too much.
not right, like you know, it don't have to be
Leave
below
something
the
for the
knee,
imagination.
but you know, too short. I'm gonna kind of be like, nah.
So past a certain point, you are crossing the line of unladyhood.
yeah, unladylike. Yes,
unladylike.
yeah, to me.
You just
or you know, like
okay.
that's just me on that, but.
So
You
you
know,
going into thought territory at some
yeah,
point.
yeah. At some point, you know, I just think the same way with men. You know, like at some point you have on hoochie daddy shorts. You know, and I feel like it makes some women uncomfortable. Like I've heard women be like, "Oh my God, he know better than to be." Yeah.
Who doing that?
A lot of people, girl.
So I just think like, you know, I would like to see conservative,
I'm not this
a little. I'm gonna say this if it makes sense. Like it don't have to be like, you know, over the top, covered
So I'm
up.
thinking that we all can agree that a lady dresses a certain way.
Yeah,
I agree.
that would work.
She carries herself in a very, it doesn't have to necessarily be professional, but it
Right.
has to be, she's
Presentable.
well kept.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? She
Right.
can, very well kept.
And it's
Yeah.
crazy because a lot of people think, well, I'm not going to say a lot of people, but some women think like showing more is sexy. But it's some
Well,
women
it is.
I mean, no, I feel like some women really can cover up and be sexy.
Sexy,
agree.
sexy
I agree
ain't
to
that.
that too.
One
Besides,
other
there's a
thing,
thin
though-
line between sexy and slutty too.
Yeah, a very
Frankly.
thin line.
One thing though, don't be snapping back at me if I tell you your stuff looking wild right now. You know, if I say, "Hey, look, you showing a little bit too much," don't go out like that. Oh, who am I? I can do what I want to do. You don't tell me about my.
But what
That-
about
that's
the
a no.
insecure men?
That's a no
They
to
find
that.
everything to be an issue. Like you can like literally be covered from head to toe. And
We're not talking about men.
But
we're
see,
talking
hold
about
on,
the
that's an
ladies.
excuse.
that, but
Hold
That's
on,
a good
Drill.
question, though.
Hold on, Drill, because that's the excuse
Talk
that
to your
women
mic, Drill.
always make. It don't matter what I wear. Men gonna say whatever they want to do. That's not the point of us doing it. We don't want you going out showing all this stuff out, advertising yourself like you available. Absolutely not. Cover yourself up. That is the issue. It ain't. Dudes are gonna look no matter what you got on. They'll look at your elbow. It don't matter. That's not the point.
But no, I
He
had
said
a
your
problem, and
elbow.
I'm saying this because I had an issue with the man. I'm not going to say the man name,
Mm.
but I had on jeans that had designs on the pocket, and that was a problem.
Well, Drew,
No.
have you seen your backside?
Right.
See, so
I
okay.
would have a problem with you
Me
wearing
too.
design
You
too.
bringing more
You better
attention
wear a
to
church
the,
robe everywhere.
No.
Not playing.
No, but
I
I
can-
get what you're saying. Like sometimes it is extreme, but I feel like for example, it's a for one, it's if you were gonna receive it from your significant other, from your husband, your partner, whatever you wherever place y'all are at, like, because that man also, he's like a protector, and by nature he wired like that. So if you go out here and got on a meat dress and the wolves outside, opposed to you just going outside in a regular dress, you're gonna attract the wolves a little bit more, and he's thinking like, now you're harder to protect, and it's like, do you receive it from him? Because I was explaining this to my homeboy's daughter. She was getting married. We just having like, you know, the little dinner and what they do in their family, like give her some advice. So we were talking about this, and I was like, if my boy, like, if your dad says, baby, you're not going out with me like that, you need to put on some more, you're gonna go right in that room. Your dad not jealous. He don't want to date you. He's a protector. He's wired that way. So why not look
Why
at
is
your
it-
husband
yeah,
that way?
why
Why
is
is
it
he
that way?
jealous? Why is he
the
insecure?
first answer is you ain't
And
my
your dad
daddy.
is not. Your dad telling you the
First thing
same
they say.
thing, because he has to protect you as soon as that wolf comes.
That's crazy.
But your man gets called insecure and he's jealous and he got real back real quick when
He controlling, Cause they love to use that. He controlling.
But he the
like
wolf.
the
He the
jeans.
wolf that gotta
Like,
come.
It's like something simple. It wasn't nothing like, oh my God, look at the design.
It
was
probably
like,
wasn't.
It was real simple.
Yeah, it probably was simple.
And I'm
I
just
agree.
like, that's
But
nothing
Drea,
to
because
be,
you are so
So he
well
wanted you to take the
endowed-
pants off.
He didn't want me.
He
He
don't-
didn't want me wearing them anymore.
So because you are so well
Oh.
endowed, he understands. He probably understands something you don't.
I can't help it.
She
This is
can't.
true.
You gotta take that
It's
up with
it's just
God.
like that teacher that went viral on the news where she had on the same thing another teacher had on, but hers
Mhm.
looked different,
Mhm.
and she like, man, I can't help it, and
You
the
can't.
dude was like,
Teacher Bay.
wear something else.
Teacher Bay. Yeah, she was inappropriate. I'm sorry.
Yeah, like
you can't teach
like
my kids. Mm-mm.
yeah. So it's just like
If
No.
you know what you have, you know what to do.
What? Just
No.
put on clothes.
No,
I
if you're a
mean-
teacher, Drea.
I mean, a
Yeah.
teacher.
Now, hold on,
okay,
hold
I
on,
get it.
because Dre,
Okay. But yeah,
Dre,
the
because I
teacher- Mm-hmm.
see when you, for those of you who don't know, Dre is a nurse, and when she has on her scrubs, she literally wants to be comfortable, and she dresses in her scrubs to a place where it's going to be most sufficient for her to take care of people because that's her mindset. From me observing Drea, I've seen women that have to have the tightest scrubs in
Oh, yeah.
America because they hoping somebody's son is gonna visit their granddaddy that day,
Is she ain't lying?
and their focus is more being cute than it is the care of the patients. So there is a difference.
It is.
And that teacher was dressing for somebody's daddy to come in there and look at her.
Yeah.
So let's reel this back in. So the only things right now we have for women traits are she presents herself.
Yes.
A certain way.
certain way.
Before knowing her. and
I'm
everything.
okay.
Well,
Let me give y'all-
it was two ways too, because we said the way she speaks and the way she dresses.
So what
Okay.
does her mindset have to be considered a lady to you?
I like to say, if this makes sense, confidence without arrogance.
Mm-hmm.
If that makes
see
any
that.
sense.
Okay.
Which is,
I
I
agree.
understand
I
that's
agree with
difficult to
that.
do for anybody. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
Yeah.
'Cause-
So when we discussed gentleman traits, we talked about how a man should show up, like on a date, like how he should open the door. He should possibly we said bring flowers. That wasn't a solid, but it's nice. It's definitely a
The
add
thought.
on. Yeah.
yeah.
Walk her to the door versus dropping her off. It was something else.
And opening the door.
Opening the door and then making sure she walks on the
the side of the street.
right.
If y'all
that-
on the
where
sidewalk.
there's no traffic. Okay, so
Yeah.
Being
how does a
provider.
woman? How should a woman show up to a date? Like and would appeal to a man as a lady.
First of all, I'm sorry.
Do people
First
date
of all,
anymore?
understanding all of what you said, that man is supposed to
Appreciating
do.
that.
Yes, like for instance, like I've been and I'm not dating, but let's say just because I'll be around women sometimes. You know what I mean? Like, and I'll go. We're walking to a door and she'll grab it, and that's a pet peeve of mine. Like, obviously you don't know that
You don't
I'm
know how to
supposed
be a
to.
lady.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and I hate to say I didn't want to say that because that sounds so. But
that's
that's
true.
that's
That's
what
true.
we mean. That's what to answer
Right.
your question. Like, just
Pause.
knowing, like getting to that door and stopping. Because I tell my daughter like stand right there, and he gonna look at you like, what is you doing? Like, you ain't gonna open the door.
Yeah, cause you
Yeah, just don't like, you know what I'm saying? Like just that little, I mean, it makes it easier than somebody be like, I could get the door, you don't gotta do that, or you know what I'm saying, that hyper independent off the gate, you know what I'm saying? Like for little stuff like door
I have
opening.
to be mindful when you around because I remember the first time I met you. I think I opened my car door and you had opened Sheena door.
Oh yeah, when I'm
Yeah.
with y'all,
He's
I
like,
just
wait
be
a minute.
confused.
He's
Like,
like,
wait, it's
did
too
you just
many
touch that
ladies.
door with me standing right
So
here?
I have to be mindful.
I'm right
of
here.
that.
Yeah, so
I literally get to the door, and if he's back there, I just stop. Wait.
That's when you are dating. When
Right.
you married, listen, I'm trying to get in the car here and go home.
Besides,
But
it,
I'm
it,
not
I
waiting.
disagree.
it
I was
come
gonna say-
with a
Yeah.
level of
Married
common
man
sense
that still
too. Now,
open his
That's
wife
beautiful.
I was
Yeah,
gonna
I-
say
And they've been
I
together for
disagree.
years.
yeah, I did. Yeah, I
if
did.
it's
all
raining
the way
outside, I don't expect you to be
like,
standing at the
to-
door waiting on me.
to the
Don't-
last day. I opened the
Right,
door.
you
Don't be
for
no
you.
idiot.
Let's when,
To the
when,
last,
Going
I
inside.
did. I opened the door for my wife until
Like-
we didn't drive in the car.
when
no
we
more
had
together.
when you got time in, like you have to kind of don't base your whole relationship on what we're saying. Just because your husband don't open the door for you every day and y'all been married for 35 years.
She telling on
like,
Aaron.
chill.
Best believe I don't open that car door.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm gonna tell you the
But I'm
daggone truth. But I do open, like, if we're going into an establishment or something like
Yeah,
that,
yeah.
I'll open the door. I'll let her go first inside the house and stuff like that. I'll do that.
But
I'm
when
just
y'all
not-
first was dating, you was opening doors.
I was opening doors
Yeah,
to a
that's
degree, but that's
what
what
they
she
asking.
mean. Once you
That's
got
what they asking
time
for.
When you
in,
get time
it's
in-
like, bro, we existing together. Like,
Exactly.
I just heard the chemistry because she was like, I'm trying to get in the car.
I really
And
am.
he
I'm
don't
trying
see.
to-
So it's preference and chemistry.
Right.
It's they're
No,
compatible
depends.
in that
That's
sense.
what I'm
Like,
saying. Like,
it ain't
Yeah.
important
just
to
because
me.
some women want it
So,
every day for the rest
yeah.
of your life, you got to know your partner. So if
That's
your,
it.
your
It's all
partner
about
wants that
Exactly.
for the rest of your life.
Exactly.
Listen, that's who you choose. Remember,
Right.
But if y'all start really clicking, don't judge. I mean, don't base your whole relationship off of, oh, my husband should open every single door every day for the rest of my life. What if that man's sick? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Chill,
better
like,
get
you know,
out the bed
kind of
and go
read
open
the
it.
Like, boy,
room.
like,
You know what I'm
look,
saying?
look, I
He
need to
rolling
stop
over.
right now, 'cause
It's
you
pouring
take
down,
that out.
raining,
Rolling his
and
wheelchair.
he running out the restaurant because you couldn't open the door. Just get in the car, ma'am. It's raining. Your hair got wet.
So-
Calm down.
So know your partner
Know your partner
Yeah.
and know
And
your
that's-
relationship.
and know the
very
relationship
important.
you're in.
Read
And if you
your
don't-
relationship.
I think like certain people don't take the initiative to learn. You know, I think that's what
Take the
just,
time
like,
to
be a-
learn.
That's another, like, mindset that we would like to see in women is like to be attentive, like kind of, like my thing, like I said, is the phone on the first date. Like it's always out. You know what I mean? Also, like on a date, I sit on beside the person. Like if we like that, like we're
Not
dating.
across from.
Mhm.
Right, because you sit across from your opponent. Like you across from, so I want us to be on the same side. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, like,
That's sweet.
yeah, so I'm gonna sit over here, like we can engage. Like I don't feel like because I just feel like, so I can just say
That's
for
the
instance,
trap,
like
though.
I like this little as I like to do with my like couple of people.
Mhm.
They become a little right. So like say if we sitting across from each other, right, and it's a 6 on the paper. I see a 6, you see a 9. If we switch seats, I see a 9, you see a 6. But if we sit on the same side, we both see the same number. You see what I'm saying? So it's like that's how I feel like it just probes your mind to be on the same side. And you always sit like checkers, chess, tennis, lining up on the football field at the middle of the basketball court. You're across from your opponent. So your mindset, when you, to me, sitting across is like probing your mind to already, have like this little struggle. Like, yeah, like you're.
I never heard of it that way. That's sweet.
That's good right there.
I think it is. I
That's
definitely think
cool.
it is sweet. But as on a first date, I'm not gonna sit beside you.
Yeah, that's
I'm
that's
not
me.
gonna sit
Like
beside
You my opponent
I'm
until
Especially if it's a
But-
booth,
but
that
what I'm
means you
just saying,
got to
like,
sit
that's me
inside
until
too.
you not.
because
I'm
I'm
not
not
protected
I'm not
like
dating.
that.
You see what I'm saying? Like so.
Yeah, I understand.
So
Can't sit
that's
beside-
just
Yeah,
like
not
when
doing
I'm on
that.
a
'Cause
if
first of all, I
I'm on
don't
a
know
date,
you.
it's like with somebody really like I'm
Yeah, as you get time in, I could agree to that, but I don't know you.
but I'm not going first date somebody I don't really know. Like if I just met you and then like all my friends like, look, I know this girl. Like we not about to date. I'll talk to you a little bit. We could do the phone thing, like, but we not about to go out and I can't. It's just
so you're
it's just
more. So you are very strategic.
I'm strategic. I'm very private. I was just watching a podcast of some famous people, and they was like, "Well, how do you keep your relationship, low key? And like, you don't go out.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? We don't go out. Like that's the only way because I'm so well. Not trying to be funny or nothing, but like if I go out with a girl and they can, like. You do it. You like, look, I can't, boy. I gotta bring somebody with me because you already know. You know what I'm saying. So by the time I get to that point, like where we're dating out and like we done.
We locked
We
in.
kind of locked in. Like I
So-
don't play
so-
like that. Like,
So okay, let's say you.
My question
Notice.
was like, do people date anymore for real? Like,
Yes.
I've had,
I-
and like I'm being honest. It might sound like it come from a bitter place, but I've had women recently ask me like, "Yo, I'll explain to them, I think you're special. I'd like to show the rest of the world how special I think you are by taking you out. I know that sound corny. Excuse me. they'll be
Not
like,
at all.
their answer be like, I'd rather have that money for the bills. And I don't even live with them. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, do people date anymore?
I think that
Clock it, bro.
I think that
'Cause, like,
tier
what?
of woman
Like-
is not a lady, and I'm
I've
sorry.
had
Just trying to
I've
get
had
you.
multiple women tell me this.
I don't
now.
Wait a
think
minute.
that
But
tier
And
of
it's
woman
like,
is a
so
lady.
I'd be like, maybe I'm too
agree.
old.
I agree. Tay.
Maybe I don't understand what's
I
going
think
on
that
no more.
tier of
She
woman
needs
is
somebody to trick. That's it.
no. I
That's
think
all.
I think I agree, but I don't think that's a lady. I think that's just someone who needs something.
Surviving.
Yeah,
Yeah, she's
surviving.
surviving.
She-
A lady technically isn't in survival mode all the time. You know what I'm saying? So if she's
wait.
automatically
Can you
asking
wait,
about
Tay?
mode,
Can you
Shanti.
repeat that?
But a lady isn't in survival mode
just-
all the
you're
time.
trying to-
Yeah, a
Yes.
lady who's in
You're trying to
survival
figure things out,
mode
but
is
you ain't in- you
very
ain't
aggressive.
Survival mode is
Oftentimes,
desperation.
Gonna do what she needs to do to get things done.
yeah, that's
She's gonna
kind of
use people.
and you can.
She looking for a way up.
So you're so right, Tay. So elaborate more on that survival mode. Because mode is everything. Like I live like your like what
Your
mode
mode is
you
how you
in.
live by.
So the
That's
survival
fact.
mode, a
But I
woman.
feel like I was in survival mode.
Yes,
but
and
to
you
get
were
my
very
drink.
aggressive.
Get close.
excuse me.
No, it's not a shot. I really, because I understand it. I
Been
really,
there.
I did
been
not
there.
use.
And very
I
aggressive.
can honestly say I didn't use men. I was more in a survival mode. Like, okay, I have to take care of these kids, and I just worked. But like, I never got in the mindset of trying to use a man because I didn't want to play with nobody like that.
I think when a woman is in
But some people
survival
are
mode,
different.
it
Mhm.
just makes them harder to date because it
Mhm.
could be like a single mom.
Yeah.
And just like, no, I got to get this money on my own. I ain't got no time for no man. You know what I'm saying? Hyper independence.
Mm.
You know,
That
so
was me.
yeah, I
Right,
can
that's what I'm
understand
saying.
that.
learning
Like,
to be-
the
Which ain't nothing
survival
wrong
mode.
with.
No,
I'm
like,
learning
like,
to
Was
be-
go
nothing
ahead,
wrong
Tay.
with
Let
that.
Tay cook.
It's nothing wrong with that. It's nothing wrong with it. But you do have to come. It takes you survival mode, which we talked about before, makes you more masculine, and it makes you
and we
less
talked about
feminine.
that,
And we
I
talked about
felt
it.
like I was. Well, I'm learning not to be masculine, but
Yes.
it's a challenge because I'm
is.
so
It
used
is.
to doing everything on my own,
Mhm.
like literally.
Yes.
So it's hard.
And
So-
I'm gonna throw a little monkey wrench in there. I think that a lady knows how to follow.
Yeah.
And a woman
But we
who's
need
in
a
survival
man
mode.
to follow.
Hold on, a woman who's in survival mode is not ready to follow anybody, nor is she ready to be
No,
They
somebody's
don't,
lady.
they don't
Not.
even trust the.
Well,
the
let me ask
followers.
y'all this: what do you think the purpose of dating is?
To get
I'm
to know
asking you
somebody.
personally.
To me, dating is to get to know someone and see if they're compatible.
To-
But I think when it comes to that, women need to start listening, and men. Well, I think men and women need to listen to each other during the
Mhm.
dating phase. Like, what is this man telling you? What is this woman telling you? Because I feel like we tell each other what we really want, but most of the time, I feel like women just take what they want to hear or what they think they're hearing. And that's why I feel like they date a
Ooh.
lot of men for potential and not
Mm-hmm.
actually on what they're saying.
Mhm.
Like, for instance, a man can tell you, I just want to be friends. In a woman's mind, if he's doing boyfriend things, oh, this is my man.
Yeah.
And then when he starts
Yeah.
seeing multiple women, it's a problem. You feel like he, betrayed you, like he
That's a
cheated on
fact.
you. But he
Yeah.
told you during the dating phase, I just want to be friends.
I think
Right.
each person has to define dating on their own.
Mhm.
Because some people are dating to become married. Some people are dating because they just want to date. Some people are literally serial daters. Like, they like to go
Yeah.
out on dates. They like to meet new people. And that's
Yeah.
okay if you can find people who are also doing that. But you can't take someone who is ready for marriage and then someone who's a serial dater and combine those two.
That's why you have
Somebody's
to be
gonna be
honest.
broken.
Like,
Yeah.
you have
Right.
to be honest.
And that's what I was gonna say when he said, what is dating for?
Mm.
I was literally going to say I wanted to wait, for everybody to finish, but dating is for me, the purpose of dating is for marriage. That's it. It don't got no other purpose.
Yeah.
So I don't even want you breathing in my face
And see,
unless
that's why
you're
I
a
like-
potential husband.
Mhm.
Right. That's why, like I said, about that dating situation. Like, if I'm on a date by that time, it's like,
We locked in.
Mhm.
We locked
It's
in.
locked in.
So
And then, like
had-
Tay said, there are some people that's like, I just want to go on a date. I just need some adult company. I'm gonna go on a date with somebody else probably in a few next
Some
month.
people just
Because
want the
it's fun.
experience.
And
A
like
lot
you
of them
said,
just
you
want
have
the
to not
experience. They
only
want you
be
to
honest, but
a
you
good
have to
time. They
receive
don't
it.
even want you.
Yeah,
Nah,
and then
you
have
know?
to- I feel like too, like with women, we'll just be like, oh, you just get
Free
locked in on
food.
that one person you date instead of like
exploring.
Yeah,
exploring,
that's a
talking to
fact.
multiple people to see if this person for you. And
Women have
Men do that too though, cause we scared like we got put in the time. So it's like if we still fishing and testing the waters, you ruining what you know what I'm saying. So we feel that way too. Trust.
I also feel like people want that honeymoon stage. Like
All
they're
the time.
constantly searching for that feeling when you're first getting to know somebody. And that's what they're constantly chasing. Like, dang, you got to
The
go
high.
through something.
Yeah.
Like, dang.
Yeah, y'all some crackheads because y'all just want to be high all the time.
the dopamine. You looking for that fix.
Yeah.
So
And I was just was about to say, like, if you dating somebody and you're getting to know them, and if they say I don't want to be married, they telling you right there, don't think, oh, I'm gonna change their mind.
Women do
Like,
that more
all
than
the-
Y'all
men.
love
all
that.
the time.
Yeah,
Y'all
that's a
love
fact.
that.
Women have this Captain
It's
Save
potential.
a
We are
Hoe
projects to y'all.
mentality.
And even like some of my sisters, friends, I be like, why y'all entertaining this? Y'all already know what y'all own, and y'all know what they own. Like, it's no reason. Well, you never know. Yes, you do.
You
You
know.
do know.
It's a problem
You
because
be
they told you.
Like you playing games right now.
know.
Like
Women are natural nurturers, so we have this complex where I can nurture him to be better.
then don't
I can
get
Captain
then
Save
don't
a
get
Hand.
then don't
Jesus.
get
Not
mad.
me.
Then don't get mad at the dude when y'all get played.
I agree. 'Cause I
Like
ain't
when you
doing
get
that.
played, don't say, "Oh, men ain't nothing." No, you a bad
You
decision
didn't
maker.
listen. You didn't
You're a
listen.
bad decision maker. That
Definitely
is
when
the
you have
part.
kids by and large.
Now that really burns me up. When somebody has like multiple kids by somebody they knew they shouldn't have had one
That was
by.
broke in the beginning,
Like
and now you
Not
expect
even-
them
like,
to have
not-
money.
like a broke.
And then they want to talk junk about him. Ma'am, look at yourself.
Right.
You
You
laid
are
down
not-
5
Because
times.
all the logic come in
Like
after
what?
the mistakes been
we gotta
made.
use the
In
number
that moment of
5?
That's just the
passion.
first thing that came to mind, Drill. The sad thing is, I thought about it when I said it. I was like, dang, I should have said 6
Nah,
or 7.
nah,
My
that's
bad.
the
It
fact,
wasn't
though,
personal,
'cause-
Drill.
You were different.
All
wasn't
the
personal.
mistakes come up in your mind
Drew,
after
you
the
was
mistake is
married.
made. And I don't want to call a child a mistake. You know what I'm saying? But after all the oops have happened, that's when everything comes to your mind. That moment of passion, though. And that moment of passion, though, and that's the most dangerous moment in the
You ain't
world.
thinking like,
Hey,
oh,
look,
you
I'll
broke.
call him a mistake. Daggone if a whole lot of folks out here want no mistake. I'm just saying.
I'm
no,
just saying, though.
seriously.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
So I have a question. This is going to either we had something from another podcast that I'm going to bring up in a second, but I have to ask this question. I'm going to ask it to Bones because of the characteristics that he says that he's carrying. So if you see a young lady, right? A woman, a lady that that you're interested in. Okay, but you don't know her.
Right.
Do you observe her from afar before you approach? Like, what's that process look like for you?
So if I see her and I don't know her, it's strictly a physical attraction.
Right.
Let's be honest.
But
Because
let's say
I
you
don't.
see
So I see
like
her
you
like,
see something
oh.
about her
Hmm.
that attracts you.
Right.
What would be your process?
It just depends on if I'm seeing her like in the store
Mm-hmm.
or like
Mhm.
gas station, something like passing.
Mm-hmm.
That's just.
But
it.
you know you're like, let's say you've seen her around town a few times,
Right.
and you. Right. How would you, if you, not saying you want to pursue or anybody, but if you wanted to, what would be your process?
Me,
Would you observe her for a while?
I would. I would. I probably.
Or just jump right in. You just
Nah,
like,
I would-
I
I
need to
would-
see how she
Would
moves.
you
I would-
ask about
yeah,
her? Like,
I would.
ask
That's all I was about
other
to say. I would
people?
probably ask
You, see,
about
you
her.
hear
like,
where I'm going with this?
like,
You remember
you
what
know,
we said the other time?
Yeah, I would not just engage her. Like if I like say if I saw like and I was like, and I never,
It's something
I would
about
never
that one.
say nothing. It could be, but it still would have to be something more. Like say if I saw her at this gas station or something, we in the store or somewhere like that, and I'm like, okay, she's pretty, she's attractive physically,
Mhm.
and then she would have to do something like, like
Well, let's say, okay, let's move past that part. Let's say she's piqued your interest.
okay,
Now what?
now I got to find out who she is.
You got to stand back and
I'm
find
gonna
out about her.
Find out and kind of see. Yeah, like now she the prey. So now I'm doing recon, like who her people that she related to,
Who she connected to,
Um,
all that.
like what's
Okay.
her background, like who she might be, doing some research.
Okay, so hold that thought. We did a podcast not too long ago. It would be hard to. I don't know which one it was, but I said that. I was like, listen, it's women out here that the men that don't really want nothing or don't have nothing to offer or whatever, they jump first. But if they have something to lose, like, okay, like he's up here telling us some of the traits that we already described as a gentleman that he does on a daily basis. Like even for colleagues and friends, like he opens up the door, he's saying that, even earlier he was like, nah, you can't walk on this side, I'm gonna sit beside you. Like he's thinking ahead of time. So he's portraying that basically like he's that person that people say, oh, that's husband material. Would you ladies agree?
Yes.
Okay. So, and on one of the podcasts, we was like, the men that don't have nothing, they jump. Meanwhile, the guys that women are looking for or that we hope will approach, they're gonna stand back and observe. And the problem is that most women do not allow themselves to be observed. The men that's jumping and constantly trying to get your number and stuff like that, we give it to them or we entertain them. And before this guy finishes his research, and then we end up on a date with Joe Blow.
Have a baby.
And the thing is, and another thing is this, you could say yes or no. It could also be true that after he sees Joe Blow with her, it completely turns him off, because I wouldn't want to be with someone that would be with him.
Right.
Like you just literally proved the point of one of our podcasts.
Yeah,
because
that's definitely it's definitely a factor, and
that's why patience is so important. Sit down somewhere and just be observed for a while.
I almost said something.
What would you about to say? Yeah, because Joe Blow, he gonna jump. Why? He don't got nothing to lose.
And even to the young, even if you're young, because like going to high school and college in the same town, and then like still being in the same town. Like there's been so many times that I've seen or heard people be like, "Oh, I didn't know you liked me." Like, yeah, I liked you in high school or college or whatever the case may be. But like you said, I was sitting back observing you. Then you started talking to dudes, so then I was like, "Oh, no, I definitely can't." And
I can't come behind him.
Right. And he
ain't even
and
on
I've seen
my
it
level.
so often, like, I've heard these conversations in real time, like, oh, you started talking to this person, so then it's over.
But women think like that too.
Yeah, women
They
are the
see
same
men
way,
with
yeah.
certain women.
It's over.
Absolutely.
I'm not.
I don't.
Yeah.
But you know what?
Women are a little cattier
I was
because
gonna say, I don't agree
if
with
I
that.
feel like because I ain't taking nobody man now. But if I felt like I could, I would.
Well, we work in
So,
a
I mean,
Women are different.
yes, I was gonna say we work in environments
I see
where
men
we
with a
have a lot
certain
of women come
I'm like,
through. And I've seen women that are happy when she's better and cuter than the last woman.
I mean that, yeah, but still,
That's the truth.
I don't know. Probably because I ain't never been like that. Like if I found you interesting and like, oh, he looked nice, but then I see you with a certain woman, like I get turned off. Like never mind. Like,
That could be true,
never
but I
mind.
think that happens less often than it does with the guys viewing ladies, because like like a woman, like if a woman see a guy and he with like a busted girl, a lot of times they be like, ugh, how she get him?
I've heard women say that too.
Yeah,
I heard
like
that
she shouldn't
too.
even be with him. Like, oh, he too fine for her.
I heard
Like
that.
they say stuff like that. Men don't really say stuff like that. They be like, oh, she don't.
He
know
paying
her
for that.
standards.
and not
They
knowing
look
this,
at the-
not knowing this woman got.
I'm be honest. That's what we say. Oh, he paying for that. That's what we say.
It's the money.
But like it's the heart. Like he might like her heart.
I believe
Like,
that too.
She
He
has
paying
a
for-
heart of gold. So I think women really need to stop that when they say little
Yeah.
stuff like that. And I hate to hear women talking about somebody staying because they sex good. That bothers me.
Yeah.
But I'm
You
just
said
saying,
what?
like
that bothers me.
No. What was the?
they stay because the
I can't say the other word.
because
they penismatized.
No, that they stuff is good. That's why they got the man.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
they take
Oh.
That's
somebody
their highest
else.
value is what
they're
they're saying.
Okay, I
Because
got
they're
you now.
like,
That's what they're saying. They're not saying
they're
that,
saying
but that's what they're
that's why
saying.
that's how she got him.
Oh.
But my
That's how
thing
she
is,
keeping
how
him.
did she get with him in
But
that
no, I'm
position
saying for the
in
ones
order
that
for
No,
you to
they're
go-
saying
take
that's how they
somebody's
keep
man
him.
because they got good. Like I take her
Yeah.
man because I do this and that to him. Like sex don't keep no man. Me personally, I don't think so. I think it has to
only
be a
thing that
connection.
keeps
Keep a man is a man that want to be kept.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
You
I
can
think
have-
that
Can't no
too.
meal, can't no
like,
vagina, can't no kids, can't no none of that. Keep
Mm-mm.
no man.
I think the woman
of
that
that.
says that, I think she just got a misconception of how she actually got the man. It wasn't that.
It probably
She
felt
she
good
was
for the
giving him
moment, but
something
she
though
ain't
that
keeping him.
he wasn't
He's still
getting, and
cheating.
you know, all
I
women
think it's
got.
they keep coming back.
You-
And she- and and
So it
she-
wasn't
Until
that.
he find that one. He's
I
ready
tell
to
you what it
change
is.
for it.
She's saying
They'll
that
keep coming
she
back
can take
until he
it.
find that one he's ready to change for.
That's a fact
Then he'll
because
shut everything down, and then what your cootie gonna do then?
she's saying
Cry.
that she take any man based on her stuff being good, not realizing the man taking her because not because your stuff being good, because your stuff being easy. You rushing out there to make sure you can take this person's man and that person's man, that person's man. So how many people you done slept with to prove this point? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's someone
If
like
you
that.
hold that at that value, that's what I'm thinking.
So a lady is someone who ain't in these streets.
No,
That's
I ain't gonna
right.
say that either because everybody can change.
ain't
And
outside.
I know that
But we're
sounds
talking about the now,
naive.
not in the past.
Yeah.
Even if
Yeah.
you did have a past, but you're now, you know.
But what is the past? Is the past 5 years? Is the past 1
the
year?
past is whatever. Your
It
past
can
is
You know what I'm saying?
tomorrow.
As long as it's changed behavior.
Right.
That's
Yeah.
what I'm
I was
saying.
saying
Yeah,
the
no,
past
the
can be
past.
tomorrow.
Yeah, it don't. You know, it don't got
I
a
don't care
time
about.
frame for
I mean,
real.
I don't
for
care
real.
about a timeline as long as you have completely changed your behavior.
Yes.
You are okay. Yeah, yesterday you was out in them streets, but 2 weeks later you just like, nah, that's not my life no more.
I don't want
I'm
this.
like, good,
I
all
want
right,
better.
you a changed woman to me. Great,
Mhm.
I'm glad for you.
Keep
I
it up.
had a guy, a gentleman approach me to date me. Of course, I mean I didn't date him because no.
Don't do that.
But but I had a guy that approached me simply because nobody knew who I was. He was like, I asked
Where he was from then?
Yeah, was
Here.
he from
He
here?
from
he
here.
was he was like, I asked.
Somebody asked
In
that from
certain
here.
circles.
That sound like a from here
Yeah,
question.
yeah, yeah. That,
He said I asked, do y'all know her in certain circles? And none of them knew who you were.
What was the
So I
circus?
knew right then that I needed to approach you.
So basically, he probably asked them, "Did anybody sleep with her?"
I'm about to say what kind of
I don't
circus
know.
That's
was
the
he
only thing I
asking?
can think of. That's like I feel like when a man asks that question, "Do anybody know her?" to other men, it's like, "Did anybody touch her?" Like they
No.
want to know.
Who she been touched by? That's
I
basically
mean,
what they
but
asked.
Yeah,
both
yeah.
ways, basically.
Yeah, and he said because none of them knew who I was or could tell or knew of me, but didn't know me, and like they was like I seen her in passing or something like that. He was like, I knew right then that I needed to approach you.
and
'Cause you ain't-
and that's
It was a
when
compliment that he
you,
thought he was saying. He was saying you ain't in them circles.
That's
Yeah,
when
but
you-
I asked about, but you know I heard about him in circles. So
So you should.
Yeah, but that's all that. It's just
you were
like
supposed to.
He defeated his own purpose
Right,
then.
so you, and that's another thing. Like you nasty,
So why?
but you want to come to someone like me.
Cause he would try and clean up. That's why I asked you. Where is the
You ain't gotta
past
get
for
clean
you?
over
but it's
here.
a prerequisite that
Where's the
just
past?
don't-
He was trying to clean.
it's-
Where's the
Anybody
past?
clean over here? Like no,
She ain't
absolutely
clean no
not.
more.
That's not fair. That's not fair at all. But that's how they feel though. Like, oh, I have slept with 2 million people, and I have 3 STDs, and I want you.
Well, you lost me with the STDs.
Yeah,
but
I
will
I was
say
defending the brother before
that
I
is
was
kind of
too.
how the process is with men and women. Y'all are looked at more
Held at a higher standard.
exactly, and y'all should be because y'all
We can't get a
receiving
man
dudes
that's held
pitching.
if I'm held
It's
at
a
a higher
difference.
standard.
It's a difference. Now I ain't saying y'all should just give any old Tom and Harry a shot. You know what I'm saying? They've been out there doing this and that. You don't want, these crazy dudes anyway. I'm just saying it's a difference. And that's why he felt like he could come to you because it don't matter what I did, what you do. That's how it goes.
Oh, none of them know her. I know, man. This the one right here.
But here's the thing, ain't nobody gonna look at him crazy for being in the streets. They gonna look
That
at
is
you crazy
correct.
for being in the streets.
That is true, and it's sad.
And that's why it don't matter that much. Now it should play a factor, don't get me wrong.
I'm
But
not saying it's right.
I ain't saying it's right, but at the end of the day, it's not the same when guys is in the street and women is in the streets.
It should be.
It should.
Because I look.
I don't know if it
Definitely
should be completely the same, but it should
don't
be.
know, because
It should be
older-
considered more than it
the
is.
older
I will
have
say that.
gotten-
For real, it should be considered more, but it's not the same.
Yeah,
And
but-
it's not just from him saying it. It's just from like
Culture.
witnessing it. Yeah, our culture. You'll see like a man like I know for a fact has been with a lot of women in his town, and he could still get a good woman that's has a good virtue that hasn't been with a lot of people.
I know one
Opposed
right
to
now.
a woman that's in town that
Been ran through some
everybody
good
know
women.
that she done, she cooked. It's over for her. She might as well cancel Christmas.
She got moved to another town.
He said cancel Christmas.
But look though, I don't even think that's
she
a.
always get one sucker that's gonna.
Oh,
wipe
of
her up.
course, but that ain't the one she want. That's not the one she want. But I will say, I don't think it's culture. I don't think it's culture or anything. From the beginning of time, it's been that way. Solomon had all them concubines. I guarantee you, them women won't sleep with nobody else.
I bet they.
That's how it's been since the beginning of time. Now it shouldn't have been, because it should have stayed Adam and Eve, and then one person with each person. But from the very beginning, it's been like that. So we just a product of 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 years ago.
So we should accept it. Is that what you?
I'm not saying we should accept it. I'm just saying it's looked at differently. Like, do you think, would you even consider a guy that don't have any kids but slept with 100 women? Would you consider him?
No.
How would you know?
Well, put it like this: I dated somebody before, and when everything hit the fan, when I tell you he had multiple women, I mean multiple women.
Mm-hmm.
And
That's
I mean, in the past,
if I'm
though.
gonna be
No.
honest,
I'm not talking
That's
about
supposed to
if he
people y'all
doing it
gonna,
right then.
got
I
disgusted.
mean,
Like, yeah.
I mean, he slept with 100 women in the past. Would you still give him a chance? Let's say he
That's
is.
the question.
Hold on,
Let's
you
say
gotta-
he
you
is.
got- They didn't hear her.
Did he break them soul ties?
Is he born
Is
again?
he born again?
and
that's the question
Is he
right there.
living for
and
God?
also,
Because he can change if he's doing
but
that.
also we have to talk about age. Age is a factor. When you're dating in your 40s and 50s and up there, you're not gonna. It's extremely rare to come across a man who hasn't been around.
Okay, let's set the
so-
Well,
scenario.
first of all, at
Hold
that
on.
age, you ain't dating looking for the same thing
I'm 40.
because you.
So
That's
I
what I'm
don't
saying. I'm not
I
saying
don't
you
consider
should
myself being
accept.
around. I'm in my 40s right now. This
Uh-huh.
Jimmy Bone. This Jimmy Bone. Let me be clear. Let me be clear. But she right though. Like, but I think that it's preference because I have heard some women say they would rather have a man that has been with a lot of women
They would.
because now it's nothing to him. Like, I already been there, did that.
No
And-
self discipline.
Like, no, it's just like she said, like by a certain age, like you might not be like
you gave it up.
outside like a whore, but
Yeah, you might not be, but you could have had a past.
you have a past and you have a long past. So
That's what
now
I'm
it's like
saying.
if this woman, I've heard women say like he's used to getting women, like it's nothing new to him. So any woman smiling up in his face not gonna move him now because he done like he already know
been there. He done
where
that
that
He
can
ready to
end. Like
settle
that
down
smile, that little body or whatever it can really lead you nowhere. So he knows that at this point from so many different situations. So now it's like that ain't like she can't get him to opposed to a man that ain't used to that. That temptation can grab him in. Somebody smiling up in his face at the store or at a restaurant or something.
Mhm.
You know, like so. I guess it's sometimes your perspective and your preference on that too.
So what about a woman? Like
A
in the
lot of
same
this perspective
situation?
come-
Like,
I feel
Because
like
it's
I don't feel
different.
like it's the same because just by ratio, y'all get that anyway all day.
There you go.
The same, that's hence the argument. I don't care
There
what I
it
got on,
is.
a man gonna holler at me. So y'all are already used to that. So we know that. So once y'all do choose us, we know like y'all really had a whole lot of.
It go deeper than
I
that,
know
B.
how to
Not
put
to
it,
cut
but-
you off, but it's like you gotta look at how people grow up in any society. It ain't got nothing to do with culture. When you reach puberty, every man is trying to get whatever he can that first. You know what I mean? Because that's the big thrill. I mean, we just being real. Since every girl was, unfortunately, since there was like 12, 13, 14, there's always been somebody trying to get to y'all. You never had to chase like we had to chase. So that's part of that standard, that double standard where a man can sleep with a bunch of people, which look like as a trophy, and a woman sleep with a bunch of people, she look like somebody with less restraint.
Because it's easier for y'all. Gotta work
Again,
for
I'm
it.
not saying it's right,
I mean, it makes sense though.
but
like
I mean
y'all-
that's where a lot of that
it's
comes
Y'all
from.
don't have to work, but y'all could walk down the road and get a man and sleep with him tonight.
Yeah, I mean, men
Dudes,
are
we
easy.
gotta talk them up. We gotta make sure we looking good.
Deeper
We
than
smelling
that.
good. We gotta make sure we got the money right. We
You
gotta
can
make
walk
sure all
on
this
the
stuff.
right man
They-
and get him to pay your rent and stuff for that
Big
money.
facts.
They.
Yeah, they, not
They,
me,
they,
not me.
they. True that. But I'm just saying,
He talking about us.
that's crazy.
No, he right though. That's a fact. And
Okay.
and that's also bring back to, like just y'all being pursued so often and us feeling like, we sending y'all out there to the wolves.
So
Cause then on a different perspective, y'all were real easy to admit, like, yeah, men are at us all the time until we don't want you to go somewhere. Ain't nobody thinking about me, babe. Oh, we know. As soon as you walk out that door, ain't nobody gonna be there, but you gotta stop to the gas
Besides,
station or
every
something.
man know where he look. I mean, not to
there
say
at the
this is
pump?
what made him approach you, but every man know what he noticed about you when he saw you. That brought the interest, so he know that every other man that's
that's probably
looking
why
at the
he
same
approached.
thing. That's not why he approached. I'm just saying it's one of the reasons.
That's that.
So of course he gonna look.
You
But that's
got
the
a
thing,
bad
like
woman
when
on your
Sheena was
head,
saying, like,
brother.
We ain't worried about him. We ain't worried about him looking. But it's everybody ain't gonna just look. This is a dangerous world out there.
And you could have
I'm
a
being
good
real.
girl.
Everybody
Like, we
ain't
know
gonna just
that.
look.
Like if we
And that's why you
wifing
gotta
you,
be,
what we call it.
People speak. People nowadays we in the Instagram era.
Certified.
People take pictures. Your girl be on the internet in some AI video that you never knew about.
Right. Or
She
not
didn't
even
never
that,
knew
just
about.
in somebody,
You can't
just
trust
somebody
nobody
personal.
So you
hidden
can't let 'em
camera,
can't give 'em an
ooh,
inch.
Seen that girl yesterday at the store. But I think just like Sheena was saying earlier, like when you look at somebody, or like when you approach somebody for those type of reasons, it's like you don't even know.
Mm-hmm.
Like you say, you might see somebody like, oh, I gotta have that person, or like you don't know anything about them.
Nothing.
So you might do all this. You might get their number. Y'all might Netflix and chill. Y'all might talk for 30, 60 days. And then you start learning this person. But now you done did certain things where you're invested in this person. Even if you didn't sleep together, like you're emotionally invested in this person. You done spent time. This dude done spent money. If y'all dating, let's be real, because it's he's supposed to.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you don't put yourself in these situations, and just to realize, like, I'm not compatible with this person. I don't really like this person. I like what I saw. But after 30, 60 days, who knows what y'all done been doing, or how either one of you feel. One might feel like, okay, I do like this person. And the other person might be like, I don't really have him. And then you get into that situation.
Yeah.
And then you get into, like, I'm a good person, but I don't want to hurt this person's feelings. So I'm going to play with them. I'm going to try to let them down, smooth.
Until they do
And,
something
yeah.
that I can say, oh, that's why.
I'm done.
That's why. And then in the process of trying to figure out the that's why moment, God forbid they had death in their family.
Mhm.
And now you got to be there.
Yeah.
And now, so you see what I'm saying? Now you just keep, it just keep getting, it
You
builds
listed
this
as
process.
a special friend on the
Snowball.
obituary.
Do you feel like, okay, with you saying all of that, do you feel like, say, if you were pursuing a woman and y'all started dating, getting to know each other, would
Mhm.
you feel some type of way if she decided, okay, I'm getting to know you, but I don't want to have, intercourse? Would
Right.
you be okay with that as a man?
Oh, yeah.
Like, and she was like, okay, I want to be married
Right.
before I even do anything.
Okay,
Would you be
so,
okay with that?
okay, so I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna be very honest. Like, you have to be somebody I want to marry
Mhm.
in order for me to,
Be okay with that?
yeah. Because if not, I would just respond by like, well, we're learning each other anyway, so we're not doing that anyway.
Right.
I'm saying that once we get to the point where, okay, like we locked in, and who knows? I might be on the same page, and it might not even be an issue.
Mhm.
It might not be no pushback,
Mhm.
or if I was feeling like, well, I would engage in premarital sex because I know I want to marry you.
Mhm.
and then you like, not you, but I'm just saying like
Yeah, I mean, we know
the
what
girl
you're
is
talking
like, well, I don't want to do that,
Mhm.
but I'm planning on marrying her.
Mhm.
Now, of course, yeah. Like then we don't have to, you know what I'm saying? But
Because
you know,
anyway.
Yeah. No, I'm just wondering.
you got to be
because-
really interesting. I'm telling you, like you got to be real interesting now. You got.
You gotta go. You
gotta
gotta have it
motivate, you
going
gotta be
on.
about
I
mine,
got
you
to
gotta-
know.
We gotta play Scrabble every night, all kind of stuff. You gotta play PS5. I'm talking
All
about
of that.
2K.
You gotta be
something like-
entertained in some way.
Yeah, we gotta go shoot the basketball together, tennis, like this. You know,
Now, for your woman, do y'all prefer do y'all want to pay for everything with a woman or no?
I do, and I'm gonna be honest with you.
Mhm.
I only do because I've experienced not,
Mhm.
and it don't feel good. You know what I mean? Like, and I'm telling you, get it. That's why I'm gonna go right back to that movie Acrimony and what Shanti said about that honeymoon stage. It feel good. You chasing that, and then once that's gone, and you realize, man, like, we struggling. That's not attractive. That's not morale boosting. For either party, because if you a real dude, even though you might be in a financial situation, but if you're a real dude, you're gonna feel bad that you can't
By not taking care of your
right.
woman
You're gonna
financially.
and then it's gonna be trying to create a balance because that woman is not, even though y'all struggling, she's still not gonna
Respect
feel
you.
right great about coming second to you having a hustle, you having to be out 3-4 jobs, coming in like you're not present.
Mhm.
You're not able to be present because we struggling. So, you know what I'm saying? Like I could see if you wasn't being able to be present and I'm sitting here in a big house with, and I'm just waiting for you to come home and we good. But you're not here and we struggling. So now and God forbid we got kids. So now I'm struggling. I got these kids. I'm going to work and no, the morale is very low. The engagement with each other is gonna look not, it's not gonna be nice. It's not gonna be nurturing and inviting and respectful. And that's when you gotta look at reality. Like, how can you expect certain gender roles when they're
They ain't in place.
outside of their role? So you should expect some of the responses and some of the outcomes to be outside of the gender role as well. Like you're not getting your food, you're getting the attitude, you're not getting submissiveness. You're getting no omissiveness, like Jean telling you stuff, and she over here put the money over.
So I want to switch this up. I want to switch this up real quick. I got a question for y'all because I know it's about that time for us to wrap this up. But can your lady, if she's a lady, have male friends?
Absolutely not.
I'm about to say, why does she need friends?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
Absolutely not.
Not one.
Why does she need friends?
Absolutely
Male
not.
They grew up
friends.
together. And
Okay,
it's really
so
nothing like
Tay. Okay, from
So
my
he's just
Ain't no
waiting
such
30
thing.
years to
So let me
get a cookie. 30 years, 40 years, a
Well,
man will
not
wait.
everybody. Hold on. So Tay. Okay, you know my situation.
Mhm.
And my bestie.
Mhm.
Should that still not be okay? What do you think? Tay?
With that situation,
Because he's married too.
correct,
So y'all can go on couple dates.
For sure.
but a line does still need to be drawn.
Which has. Like that there's nothing.
Yeah, I know there's
'Cause
nothing
I
there.
have a
but
best friend that's
if your
actually,
husband
he is
was
male.
if he
And he's
asks,
married.
like, I don't want you
Right.
talking to him every other day. Not saying you do or don't, but you shouldn't.
Right. But
Whatever
this
that person asks, you
Okay.
need to oblige.
It's
so
funny.
wait. So Bones. Okay.
Okay.
So you know me too.
Yeah,
And you've observed me for
very
We've
well.
known each
I
other-
know you very well.
okay. So if I told you that I had a male best friend, would you or would you not believe that?
I would
And
believe
me.
I would believe you.
Okay.
And
But
I
that's
think you
that's
need
just
to
That's
like,
not the
this is
point,
like-
though.
That's just like mama calling me and saying, "Look, we about to go do that. I'm gone." Just certain
Okay.
people. Yeah,
Because
maybe.
like he's married and like it's never been. This is almost 30 years of friendship.
Yeah, I
And
would
he a
believe,
brother.
but see,
He's
the,
not
what,
a best
see what the
friend.
problem
Maybe you
is
just say this my
But
brother.
because he's
I would
not
believe
blood.
you, but you don't know. As a man, we don't know what's on his mind.
Yeah, we
And-
do. Yeah, we do.
I mean, when you,
So
I'm
you
being
think,
honest.
So you
No.
think it's impossible to be
I'm
for a
being
man to
honest
be
with
friends
you.
with a woman for real?
I don't think it's impossible. However, comma, you do have to keep in the reality that every male friend that's in your life approached you possibly to holler at you.
At one point,
That was in their mind.
and especially if
Rather
you
it
had the
happened or
friend
not.
zone them,
I'm
you know?
just I hate to be the bearer of bad news.
and it just
That's
turned
how it
into
is.
friendship. Y'all decided not to.
But no,
But-
you
but
put
see,
him
I-
in the friend zone.
I-
It didn't
so,
turn
okay,
into
so
nothing.
I'ma
You
say
made
on
the
flip
choice.
side, like,
That's what
I
y'all don't
have-
understand. We don't have a choice in courting. It's
Yeah.
all y'all.
Well,
That would-
I don't know. Sometimes you know,
to a point.
Yeah, I done been,
to a
you know,
point, of course. But
down
I'm just
one
saying.
side. But to what he is saying though, like if say you are like getting approached by a guy and I don't know. I'm trying to think how this.
So
Y'all in school. You said y'all was like 30 years friendship. Let's say you was in school and y'all had a class together. Dang, he ended up becoming my friend. He ended up becoming your friend because he wanted to holler at you. It just didn't happen for him.
I got a female friend. We cool. She married, right? And I, you know,
Did you become her friend?
right.
Did
I was
you
about to say,
ever
like,
find her
I
attractive?
never, like,
Ever?
I never approached her like, yo, you know, saying like, hey, how you doing? Like that. Like we did some programming together, like community service stuff like that, like some nonprofit stuff, and we just clicked. Like, yo, you cool. You like you real cool. And like Tay said, like boundaries. So I've spoke to her husband and told him like, whatever you say, go. What time can I call her? How often can I call her? Like, and that does show some type of transparency and like, okay, they might really be friends if this dude telling me, like, you tell me what time to call your wife, what's too late, how often, if you need to be, every time I talk to her, she need to be on speakerphone, that's fine, that's cool. However, this man still, like, cause we were having, like, we man to man have a real man conversation. I still don't know your intention. If she ever get mad at me and call you like, look, I come over here, is you gonna tell her no? Like no, go talk to your husband, go mend that, or you like, yo, I ain't ask her, she came to me. So you still never know. Like, it's still, if it's any gray area, like a man gonna feel uncomfortable. Not saying that he won't be with it. Like, okay, you know what, I'm gonna trust you, and that's all it's gonna be. It's gonna be trust. It's not gonna be him feeling like I'm totally okay with it and it can't happen. It's literally just trusting you in that situation.
I mean, I want to say y'all my
Because no
friends.
man ever gonna be like, yeah, I just feel like
I
this man would
agree.
never.
In
But
that
for you,
situation,
it's
like,
just to know that.
with a man, if you have with a woman, if you have a male friend, I don't think you should never be alone with that man. I like the speakerphone situation. Yeah, if you call me, we gonna be on speaker, and that my man gonna be beside me because you just never want your good to be evil spoken of, and
Right.
you don't want to ever put yourself in a compromising position. So you always need to have a witness wherever you are,
Absolutely.
and so
I agree
you-
because I consider Juwani my friend. I consider Bones my friend, and even back when we first met, because I would do music with him, I had to bring somebody with me.
Yeah,
I would bring a friend with me just to make sure, just to do music or anything, because here's what we're not gonna do. You draw that line, and that's what I mean by you can't, like, for me, because when Johnny was like, nah, at some point he approached you. That never happened.
No, I didn't say he approached. I said at some point that's how he looked at you. That's what made him become your friend.
The thing is, it don't matter. It don't matter whether you look or not to a guy. The thought of a guy is he could.
He could what?
Like, he could look at you. Even if he never did, I don't know that. In my eyes, he did. I don't care what you say.
You think that every man that's your friend has to have looked at you
The
like that?
potential is there.
The potential
regardless.
is there. They looked at you like
The
that.
potential is
they may
there
not have
regardless.
acted on it.
In a
They
man's
may have-
eyes,
they
have
may have respected you enough not to act on it. But yeah, that's how they looked at you.
Let's say
At one point.
But
Which shouldn't
even
be-
if he
which shouldn't be
didn't,
an insult.
my point is, even if he didn't really look at you that way at all, your man, in his eyes,
That's
he
what
did. And that's the problem. It don't matter what that dude did. It don't matter what your
So
friend
even if it's
did.
just mutual respect.
It don't matter. Y'all the opposite sex. There's potential. So it don't matter whether he did or didn't. It's never gonna matter. Y'all don't talk. We can go out together, me, you, and him.
Yeah,
maybe
I
we
agree.
can chill.
Yeah.
But he calling you late nights?
No,
Absolutely not.
Besides,
Because
women
it'll
are
never
emotional,
change.
and we're talking about a friend. So
absolutely not.
there's
So no
possibly
male
things
friends.
that you talking to your friend about that you're not talking to me about.
Exactly, like
It
he
might
said,
not be,
if
but
we
in
all
his mind, it
together,
possibly
it's
is.
transparent. Like he said,
know
you
what
could
I'm
be
saying?
talking to him
That's what I'm
about stuff that we don't. You
He
know,
reaching a part of your heart and your soul. That I can't
Exactly.
reach.
Well,
That-
Bones,
You
you
know what I'm
said
saying?
even though with you having a female friend that's married, you don't want the same for your woman. If you
yeah.
had a
So
woman.
okay. So this is what I was gonna get at. So okay. So
That's
we're
the
in that
point, though.
situation, right? So
Good point.
I can't say I was married, but you know what I'm saying. Like okay, so
No, I'm just saying, like, okay.
so
your
I'm
friend
married,
is
and
right?
she's married. So
Right.
you know how I just stated how I felt about my wife having a male friend.
Okay.
So when we was already friends before me and my wife started even seeing each other at all. So she was like, you know, I'm okay with that because y'all already was like that was her.
Child police.
Saying, you know, and so they had to have lunch and they had to sit down and talk. You know what I mean? Like, and she was like, you know, I talked to her and I feel like, you know, everything
okay.
is yeah,
Mm-mm.
but it wasn't.
Not at all.
Yeah,
okay.
no,
Like-
no.
Okay.
Like he said, like after a certain time, it's just like, well, I don't know, because you are having like Joanne said, you're having conversations without me being there. I don't know how close y'all like, you know what I'm saying? Like, wait, now I'm transparent, so you might see a phone call or like, wait, I was on the phone for 30 minutes. What was y'all talking about? Like that, those kind of questions to start. And then what did y'all engage in? Because we got in a little spat last night. So did y'all talk about that?
Mhm.
On this
That's why
30-minute
I
call?
said, if you
Because I don't know, so it's no transparency. So now, like he was saying, I don't know your intention. I don't know where this is going. I don't know. Things could have changed.
I
know,
think you need to
Potential,
You
right?
need to create borders, nice big
Boundaries.
boundaries. Because if you have a friend, if I was a man and I married Sheena with her friend, you would not be talking without someone, myself, a sister I can trust near. You definitely wouldn't be talking late. No. What the heck? He
Well,
need to
we
be
don't-
calling
yeah,
you
we don't do
after
that
8 o'clock
anyway.
at night. No,
Yeah.
and he definitely not calling you every day. Why he
But
be calling
you already
every day
see,
for?
like the times where he calls me is literally in the middle of the day.
Yeah.
Unless it's a death
I
or
know
something,
he
he
don't be
supposed to
trying to call
respect
me at
and
night
not
or
to even
nothing like
call
that.
that
I
time of night
sometimes,
anyway.
yeah.
having male
Yeah.
friends.
I
I,
just-
I stopped having male friends, to be honest.
I don't need male friends.
I have male friends.
Look, man, if that man married, talk to your wife. You need to talk
But
to
I
a
talk to
woman
her
for.
too.
Talk to your wife. No, if you got a problem with your wife,
Like,
you
I'll talk to
definitely
her
should be
too.
talking to your female friend.
You can
But
talk
it's
to them
not
both.
like it's
So,
not like we having
here's the
deep
thing.
conversations
But-
about.
Uh,
Damn.
what deep conversation he gonna have with you that he can't have with his
No,
wife?
I said it's not like that.
Okay, so if it's just, hey, you know, honestly, it shouldn't be checking up. When I see you, I see you. If I don't see you, I don't see you.
So it shouldn't be.
So it is what it
Hey,
is.
I'm just calling to check
Because-
on you, see how you
Why do
doing.
you
No,
do that?
guys, most guys don't do that anyway. Like, what's dudes doing that for? I barely call my guy friends.
I guess
Like, it is what it is.
I'm not going to say the circumstances surrounding the friendship, but if I could, then everybody would probably understand.
I doubt it.
It don't
but
matter
maybe.
what everybody says. It matters
What your husband
what
said.
your husband says.
That's
I ain't
what
got
the
one of
argument
them,
is
so.
here.
Right. So
Because
when you get a husband,
Actually, that's when the
basically,
problem
we
becomes
can
when it
have male
matters when
friends. You can
everybody
have
says.
male-
married. You can have male friends until
And then
you
when
and
we
your
get
So once
married,
I
we gotta-
so,
You-
so once
no.
I get married, I
So I need
gotta
to establish that.
I gotta
like, yo,
tell
we
my
can be friends, but
my
hey,
friends. So I can no longer.
I don't think
after I say
I'm
I
sorry.
do it,
I don't think friendship is contingent upon how often you talk anyway. So
I
that still
agree.
could be
There
your
you go.
friend. You don't have to talk
There
to
you
you.
go.
Like I got homeboys right now that if I call and be like, yo, come, they coming. And out of love, and that's it. And I haven't talked to them this month.
I got
I don't
folks
know,
that I
wait, what
consider
is it?
brothers. I
I
ain't
haven't
seen in
talked to them
years.
this year. I can
See
say
them tomorrow.
that.
Everything
I haven't
done
talked to them
changed.
this year, but if I call them, they showing up. So
I-
why it can't be that type of friend?
I think women have a
know what I'm saying?
problem with that type of friendship because we don't normally have that type of friendship.
I have that.
Our
but it's
friendships
not a
are
male, it's a female.
often are closer. We
You-
are
you-
often
she
kind of
right,
checking up
yeah.
every now and again. So our friendships are
They look different.
they look different than
Yeah.
a male friendship. So
Yeah,
I
you
think
said it. Y'all nurturing.
yeah, we're, so we
You know?
are checking up.
Yeah,
if I don't
but
hear
you
from somebody,
right.
I'm like, girl, I ain't
You
heard from you in
right.
a long time. Where you been? Like, what's wrong with you?
But I
Yeah.
got a friend like that. Literally, we haven't talked in months, but when we do talk, it's
Yeah.
like we never
It's
missed a beat.
automatic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So treat your friends like that.
But I don't
Your male
have like
friends.
I
And
used
see
to
that-
have male friends, to be honest, but I don't no more because what everybody has said.
It got
And
complicated.
see, and that's the thing. Like
It got
I hate to hear a woman
complicated,
say,
and it actually
"Oh, I
hurt
got to
my
get rid of my
feelings
male
because
friend."
I really liked you as a friend, and then
I
it's
think
now-
you should.
But you don't have to
just
get
make-
rid of them. That's the
I-
thing. It's
I
like,
had to.
like when women say, "Oh, I got to
he-
get rid of my male friend because I'm in a relationship." No, you
If
don't
he
have to
crossed
get
the
rid of them. You
boundaries,
just got to
then
change
you
the
gotta do what
dynamic.
you gotta do.
They can
That-
still be your friend. It doesn't have to be
Yeah.
contingent upon if they talk to you every day or if they come to your birthday party.
But that's what
or
the
they
husband
come to
was scared
your
of.
your
Well, I wasn't married.
studio release, whatever it is. Like
I mean,
they don't just like okay.
Not
For
you.
instance, I was
Yeah,
talking
know what you're
to. I don't want to say too much, but I had a stipulation that I wasn't aware of, like, and it made sense, and it was like, why does he always have to be around, like for this, like he doesn't like that. It's not necessary. Why? And I'm like, you know what? He right. Stop inviting me. Stuff like, you know what I mean? Because you're my friend, so I'm gonna say yeah. Like because friendship is contingent upon support. However, you don't have to always be there. You don't always have to get the support from this person because then
perception,
it does,
yo.
right? It does give a perception to your person, so it don't necessarily have to like end your friendship. You just gotta kind of change the dynamic of it to fit.
So
your
one of the
relationship.
traits of a lady would be to know the boundaries with male friendships.
Yes.
Yeah. Follow
Mhm.
follow
And
whatever your husband say.
goes.
Whatever
Ah,
your
that's
man
obedience.
say.
You and your husband agree upon.
Yes,
Your
I agree.
husband.
I agree.
Right, husband.
And
Whatever
I just
you
feel
put a
like
Ring on it.
You shouldn't marry somebody that you
Before the
can't
Lord.
that you can't receive that direction from.
That is
Like,
true.
You don't
Yes.
respect their choices, their leadership, why they're asking you to do certain things. Like if you don't respect that, then you shouldn't marry them. I feel like
Don't marry someone you can't follow.
right.
That
is
can't
so
lead
true.
you. Yeah.
They can't lead you nowhere.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree.
And don't get
So what were the
following
traits-
confused
what-
with
how many did we get?
complete obedience, y'all. That's not what they're saying.
No, I don't.
That's not what they're saying. I can hear the comments now. That's not what they're saying.
Don't feel. First of all, a good leader should know how to follow, and a good leader is going to ask for insight for who of the people they're leading. Like, what do y'all think? Like,
That's a
what do you
fact.
think we should do? Like, you know, a good leader can take constructive criticism. Like, hey, babe, wait, you tripping? Because
Good leader ain't
what
gonna push you
about
through
this?
nothing
Like,
they
oh, you
wouldn't
know
go
what?
through
I ain't think
themselves.
about, like, a leader gonna give whoever they're leading a say so and where they're led, and also be able to follow that same person that they're leading.
I always felt like it's easy for a woman to follow a
She got
man
the
when
gun.
he's doing right by her, and more
I think
so
it
right
can
by.
be.
I feel like it's easy for a woman to, but I hate to use the word submissive because people always want to.
But that's what the word says. So
I
you
mean,
can
yeah,
use it.
but I feel like
You're supposed to as a woman. I
Yeah,
know they don't
absolutely.
like to hear the word. It
That's
doesn't
what I
matter.
mean by
But
that.
But how do you
But I feel
submit
like
when
it's
you? I'm sorry.
Easy.
Dre.
I feel like it's easy to be submissive to a man when he's in his rightful place.
So
Thank
okay,
you.
so it's submission.
Thank you.
Contingent upon if that man is doing right. Now we're not
Yes.
talking about a man because you only submit to your husband.
Yes,
Right.
yes.
So we're only talking about submitting to your
Husband and
husband.
wife.
Yes,
You know the
yes.
Bible says you submit regardless, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
Yes.
say if he is, not right,
Mhm.
you have to do what
Submit.
your
You
husband
still
says.
submit.
But that's why you should know who you're marrying.
And who
Correct.
you choosing?
So you need to
Correct.
see
Right.
how he's following God before you decide to say, I
agree
If
wholeheartedly.
he's not trustworthy with God, what makes him think he's going to be trustworthy with you and lead you properly?
But some women have already been put in these predicaments, will put themselves in those predicaments of following a man into marriage, and now they're basically stuck.
and
That's
men
why
have
you
did
gotta
it
know
too.
how to get on your knees and pray.
Men have did it
Exactly.
too. Men have put
So,
themselves in that
if you wanna
position to
change
not
marriage.
be able to
Mhm.
lead or not have that person submit.
Yeah.
I did it.
Mhm.
Keep it gang like G. You know, it's like for real because you get you can't just listen to, oh, we can grow together, we could build together, like, and then that you don't know if that person, you don't even know what that process looks like.
Yeah, like show me what
Yeah, so you
what are
can't even
doing?
like so again, like you have to, I feel like, yeah, like it's submissiveness is contingent upon that man's place in that position. Like how do you expect a woman to be submissive to having to submit to a man where she's playing some of his role? Let's be honest. You know what I'm saying? Like if she gotta hustle, she gotta work, she gotta provide, she has to pay bills.
It's gonna be
Well,
great.
see,
Submissive.
that's part of the reason why love, romance, and finance don't
like,
mix.
And I know that from personal
Because
experience.
dude got a job. If he ain't
from
holding that job, then
just
he
from
failed.
Putting this person as like, not trying to be funny, but like in a certain situation, it should not be a partnership. Like y'all should not be splitting stuff. And then when that, like you feel like that person is like, well, like I love you and we're gonna do this together, and I know you ain't there yet, but we gonna get there. Just come, we're gonna be together, and then we'll. No,
So where are the
You
men
need that mic, Shanti.
that
Where are
don't
the
want to
men?
split?
So wait, look, what you got to say,
That
Shanti?
want to be
Chances
providers.
were you probably weren't even supposed to be with that person. So why are you even with them in the first
But
place? You
since-
wouldn't have even got to that point.
Since they are, you got to do what needs to be done.
You got to do what needs to be done.
If you are married,
You got to be with
that's
the
why I
brokey.
tell people, like, that's why I'm an advocate for people. If you are single and you're just dating, you don't need to settle, because you're not going to be able to. Once you cross that threshold of marriage, it becomes a whole nother ball game. So you're not just going to be able to get up and leave. That's not what you're supposed to do, especially in our Christian walk. That's not what you're called to do. If you put yourself in that predicament, you better put your big girl panties on and get on your knees and start praying for that man if he
And
ain't doing what you want him to
fasting.
do. You know what I'm saying?
And
So
watching
while
God
you are
work.
dating, make sure you get the most of what you can get out of dating, and
Come
the
on
most
here.
of what you can get out of that man, the most of what you can get out of that woman. Because once you get married, it's different, and
Yeah.
you're held to a higher standard,
Cook,
and that's
cook,
the problem.
And that's
See,
why
right?
People are
that's
getting
where I
into
went
these
wrong with
marriages.
my
Yes.
marriage, because I didn't pray and fast enough. And I can honestly admit that.
First
Even though
Peter.
I seen things that, was wrong, and things weren't my fault with certain situations, but me being a wife at that time, I could have prayed. I could have
Yes.
fast.
Yes.
I could have been obedient by keeping my mouth shut sometimes, and just
That's
taking
big
it
of
up
you to even
God.
say.
Yeah, so
That's very
it's like
big.
it's things that I see now that I could have done.
Mhm.
So I feel like when you do get married, you better know who you marrying.
better
And-
know who you are
That's
marrying.
it.
You better know.
So, ladies, if you're not a wife, you don't have to put up with it.
You don't.
Leave.
You
Not at
really
all.
don't.
Leave.
You
Run.
really don't
Not at
have
Are
to.
you in? And don't put them on no lease.
Literally, you can literally run.
You better not be
Nothing
fasting
is
and
keeping
praying
you
about
there.
a man that ain't your husband.
Nothing is
If
keeping
anything,
you
better
there.
Fast and pray and say, Lord, is this the one I need to be with? It ain't.
You know it's not. It's not. You skip.
If
Lord,
you have
give
to
me a
ask-
sign. Give me a sign.
He
Give me a
gave
sign.
it to
No,
you.
not
He
that
ain't
one. The
paying no
other one.
bills.
The other one. Please. He ain't the
Your
one.
back hurt because you working 9 to 5 every
And
day.
sometimes, as an emotional creature, we want companionship. But I learned from trying to settle that it's not worth it. So
You don't have to.
oh, absolutely not.
No
So
one,
don't.
no one should settle for anything in life.
Facts.
Life too short for that.
It is.
Facts. I don't agree with the short part, but
But also,
my Bible say long.
Respectfully,
long life.
respectfully,
But also
though.
let's
me.
be
I
honest,
know what you
guys.
mean
Let's
by
have
that.
realistic expectations, okay? Let's be realistic with your expectations.
Yeah.
Because, Jesus, Sheena, my God.
Oh, God.
But we're gonna end it- we're going to end it right
I'm
there.
unrealistic.
At maybe we can help.
She
We'll talk about it
unrealistic?
again later.
Another
About
day?
what we had a conversation
Sometime.
about unrealistic expectations, and I think we need to bring it back because
Yes, I need to
Yes,
understand
I
what
think we need to
what's
understand
unrealistic.
what these women be doing out here.
You need to shorten your list.
First of all, I don't have a
This
list.
has been another episode of Maybe We Can Help. I am Tasia.
I'm Sheena,
I'm Drea.
the one with the high expectations. Apparently,
Y'all have a good one.
bye.
Bye.